Hey there, positive people. You got Dana here, and the time is now 9:08, and I'm in the car, like the good old days. Yeah, no, my whole apartment complex is getting pest control done, and I hate like being around my crib during routine maintenance. The maintenance guy that like does maintenance in my complex is kind of a weirdo. So, I just like dip whenever they're doing stuff. So, you know, I'm out of their way. They can get it done in my place and move on to an apartment that has more interesting things going on. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. Yeah, so I'm in the car, and oh, what did I want to talk about? So yeah, I'm sitting in my car sipping, and I decided to kind of give my thoughts on the whole dating scene and party scene in Seattle, because it's been asked a couple times in the comment section, but I just feel like it's something that I'd be writing an essay if I tried to like respond to a comment. So I figured, you know, that would be an appropriate topic for a video. As far as my experience in the scene, I've done some dating, I've done some partying. I plan on doing some more partying this summer when Marley's gone. So yeah, in general, I'm gonna say this about the party scene. Coming from a state and living in places where there was time to see and do almost any day of the week, this is definitely new for me. Keep in mind that I've lived in like city in Atlanta. I've lived in like the outskirts suburbs of like Gwinnett and DeKalb County. I've lived like on the southwest end, like you name it, I've been around, like Smyrna, from Smyrna to Duluth to Norcross to like Thonia to Stone Mountain, through College Park, through Forest Park. Like I've been around, all right? And as a result, I know pretty much any party spot that a person would need to go to. Like, it's too bad that like I didn't end up staying in Atlanta, because I probably could have been like a great party promoter, just considering how I know where to go. Like I know where things are happening any day of the week. But that's besides the point, right? So I'm coming from a place where partying was a part of the culture, going out was a part of the culture. There was a place for teens. You know, there were functions for teens to go to. There were functions for like 18 to 21-year-olds to go to. There were over 25 spots. There were spots for the old heads. Like you name it, everybody had their place and time to go and their night or whatever the case. So then I come out here and it's like, there's Capitol Hill. I've been down to Capitol Hill a couple times. I will go ahead and tell you now that like the party scene down there and the party scene in Seattle in general strikes me as like very bourgeoisie. And it's like, it's not warranted. I haven't been to a lot of like gay clubs and stuff like that, so I don't know what the scene's like out here for that. But I know like back home, like they're not necessarily places aimed just at that crowd, but they always have their nights in again, because that community is vocal. They have their space and their times, and they get their times to do their own thing. So yeah, I come out here. What was one of the first places I went to? God, it was this place with freaking arcades in it. Like, every single place was so forgettable. Like, the drinks here, let's just get to the meat and potatoes of it. I'm not going to name dates, places, and times, but what I have seen here is parking sucks, and that's just a Seattle issue in general. Going down to party, parking sucks. It's not a practical drive. For sure, if it's something that you want to do and you want to have a nice night and you want to be able to kind of hop around from place to place, I would suggest taking Uber or having a certifiable sober DD, because there's literally no way to kind of hop around and be safe and be practical and smart about it if you and your friends all have a car and you're all trying to like park near each other. That just makes for a bigger to-do. I actually was dating a guy not too long ago. And, God, where did he take me? He took me to some little bougie place, this sitting room. So, they have these places, these bougie ass, like, upscale bars where people go and sit, and it's classy and it's cool and it's a good look. Definitely a nice date place. If you're just trying to sit and talk and get to know a person, I definitely suggest the sitting room is like a nice place. Where else have I been to? I've been to Amber, and Amber sucked. These $8 drinks that people are hawking around here, like, it's daylight robbery. I feel a ways about just the prices of drinks in general. Like, I'm used to drinks being overpriced, especially like down in Atlanta. If there's a celebrity or something, it's not unheard of for people to spend $100 on a $33 bottle, right? So there's all of that. Then you couple that with the fact that, like, people aren't dancing, and the ones that are dancing kind of look ridiculous. Like, I know that eventually I'm going to have to let go of, like, all of my biases about the party scene here, but I don't ever see myself getting into it. It's kind of trash, if you ask me. Everything's overpriced. Parking sucks. There's not a lot of places to go to. And then, like, okay, there's Seattle, and then there's people like me who live on the North End, and it's like nothing but dive bars. If I want to go somewhere, I feel like Everett and Seattle would be about the same distance. So it's like, okay, maybe see what's in Everett. I don't know what's up there yet. I was talking to my coworker, and she's like, oh, they got stuff up there. So who knows? I might, like, check it out this summer. There's just a lot on my plate to do, and I'd rather be hiking and doing cool stuff like that. Like, if you're coming up here to party, and that's the thing, like, the person who asked it, it's like, first they asked about, like, you know, I guess why I was quiet. And I said, well, you know, I'm focusing a lot more of my energy on being a mom. And then it's like, okay, but what about the party scene? And it's like, bruh, I'm a mom. Like, I'm not out here partying like that. Like, I don't even have the desire to. Like, I'm pushing 30. Like, do people still, like, go out and get fucked up? And, like I can buy a bottle and, like, have just as much fun at home. Or, like, better still, I, like, went over to my coworker's house and had drinks and played board games. And I'm pretty sure I had more fun doing that than I would have ever had getting dressed up and going out to a bar where it's like I'm looking around and none of these people strike me as people I would ever hang out with. Yeah. So there's that. I want to say there was one little, like, janky bar / kind of club thing that kind of reminded me of back home in Everett, I want to say, or in Linwood. I don't really remember. Like I said, I don't party a lot, so yeah, the last time I was able to, like, really go out was, like, months ago. And then, yeah, I think the last time I really went out was Halloween at Tulalip, and that's the casino. Like, I went to the freaking casino. I didn't gamble. I don't gamble. I went with my coworker. Before you judge me. So yeah, I mean, my thoughts on the party scene and the bar scene here. It sucks. It's trash. If you're somebody who needs to be down at a watering hole, I guess go to a local dive and, like, talk to the winos that, you know, frequent the place or whatever. I don't really need that in my life, so that's why it's kind of like, same for the dating scene. I'm kind of like, I've got this unfinished situation back home. Couple that with the fact that, like, I've kind of dipped my toe in those waters a couple times. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's really been fruitful for me yet. And it's frustrating because I feel like I think I'm a pretty interesting person, and that I should be able to find someone equally as interesting and, like, not necessarily normal, but, like, stable. It seems like just everybody has some sort of, like, baggage that they're medicating. And I hate that I, like, refer to it in that way, but I honestly feel like because the culture here is different too, and like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody in their life, if they've ever been through something, will experience depression and stuff like that. But I honestly feel like there are a lot of people just self-diagnosing. I swear everybody's got some anxiety disorder. Everybody has panic attacks. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, just everybody's medicated. Everybody's seeing a therapist. Everybody can't deal. And I don't get that. And don't get me wrong, I get sad. Shit, y'all know I get sad. But, and I've had dark thoughts. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm above feeling that way, because, you know, we go through it. It's natural. But I just feel like everybody out here is a little pacified. Anyway, I'm done. I'm not trying to come off like, and like I said, I'm from the outside looking in. So maybe the more, I talk with people, I can come to some sort of understanding. But I just feel like most of the people that I come in contact with too, and as a result of living here too, it's rubbed on me some. But it's like everybody's dealing with first world problems, and it's like because they've had everything and nothing's ever fallen through, they don't know how to handle when things don't work their way. And people like have these breakdowns when it's like, okay, that's like a fumble, that's a misstep, that's an obstacle. You just keep it pushing. You do what you got to do to overcome the obstacle, or you succumb to the obstacle and you just keep it moving. Like the whole idea of like falling apart over some of the things people fall apart over, it's like I don't know. Everything shouldn't break a person down. Like even working my job sometimes, the way people talk about their issues, they just make it sound as if their world is falling apart and it's like a straight up first world problem. Like that's where I'm at with that. This spoiled shit is like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Which is why I no longer worry about like jobs and all that stuff like that. Because I'm going to tell you, one thing that I have over a lot of people out here is like, I'll work. I don't make excuses for myself, and it just seems like, and my mom has experienced this too at work. Like people are always looking for a reason to take a mental health day. And that's like a thing out here, is taking mental health days. And I just feel like that's a scapegoat for like laziness and mediocrity a lot of the time. Not saying that we don't all need time to ourselves, but it's like, I swear, like, people got it made in the shade out here, that's all. So yeah, I'm rambling. This video's over 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. So yeah, to summarize, dating scene, meh. Party scene, meh. I'll probably elaborate more on the dating scene. The party scene, again, it's for the 18 to 24-year-old crowd. If you're looking for, nice bougie places to take a date, there's plenty of those. There are a lot of awesome restaurants around. So impressing a first, second, third date is not hard to do out here. However, if you're looking for a place that you can get down and grind with a girl, you better go down the Federal Way. Like, honestly, I feel like that's where my people are, in South Seattle. And I don't know, I'll probably, humor myself and go down there for a real party that's got like some, Instagram model / bad bitch hosting it. And there's some rapper there, standing on a couch, rapping to his own song. I'm sure I'm going to have to get that out of my system. And I know that's to be had there. I was actually down at, by the Seattle last summer. And some girl who clearly was working for a street team was out handing out flyers, and it like reminded me of home, like these tacky ass flowers with that crappy Photoshop, and it's got like a model that's not going to be there. Like it's got a picture like what's an old model, like Gloria Velez on it. Talking about, oh, it's going down this Saturday. DJ Mini Bits is gonna be there on the 1s and 2s, and the game's ex-girlfriend's gonna be hosting. Come out, free for ladies till 11, guys $10 till 11:20 after, and it's a long line, and people got thought by gear on, and it's a whole to do, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end this now because I'm just going on tangents. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and yeah, till next time. Peace, positive people.